We're now recording. I've got Tessa Blanchard here, along with Hangman Page. We're backstage at Pro Wrestling Tees. Now, this question goes out to both of you. What does being a part of All In mean for each one of you?
This is big. This is a lot. This is the biggest independent wrestling show, in the history of wrestling, I guess. So this is huge, and to be a part of it and be a marquee part of it, we're on the billboard, we're on everything, So to be a part of it's huge for me.
I think it's also huge for women's wrestling because they've given women the platform to show that the evolution of women's wrestling is in good hands by booking some of the best women's talent on the independent circuit, and it's just a cool thing to be a part of.
Absolutely. Now, you guys are running this show in Chicago, Hoffman Estates, if you will. What does Chicago mean for each of you? I know, Tessa, you've wrestled here plenty of times under the Rise banner for Kevin Harvey, and Hangman, I'm not sure if you've ever wrestled for Chicago outside of the Ring of Honor shows, but what's it mean to you guys to be wrestling in Chicago for this 10,000-seater?
Yeah, I've only done Ring of Honor stuff in Chicago, but I've got some memories here. I think I wrestled Adam Pearce here for Ring of Honor. One of his few last little appearances. Actually, it might have been his last Ring of Honor match. He smacked me in the ear, and I actually was deaf in one ear for like a month. Popped my eardrum. Yeah, it was in Chicago, I think. So yeah, I love Chicago. It's a good place to be. I think for this show, it's a perfect place to be.
Yeah, it's really exciting. Chicago holds a special place in my heart just because I've worked Shimmer here the past 4 years and now Rise, which is kind of cool. Like everything women's wrestling, I feel like kind of happens in Chicago lately. And with Rise, like they help the next generation come up, and I kind of feel like that ties into All In because we're kind of elevating the minds of the next generation by booking the talent that they have thus far.
Absolutely.
It's cool.
So what does it mean for each of you individually to be, actually let me start over, sorry.
That's all right.
Why should fans attend All In over any other show? Because we've got, GCW, we've got Ring of Honor coming, we've got AAW, which is local to Chicago, we do have Shimmer, we do have Rise, we have a whole bevy of shows to choose from if you're a fan here. Never has there been a better time to be a fan. So for each of you, why should we attend All In?
I don't think it's a matter of you should attend All In over these shows.
No.
I think it's just what we're doing here. This is something that's very special. We're going to make history. It's something that I think everyone should just want to be a part of. I don't think it's a matter of wanting to do this over that.
Right. I would highly encourage you, no matter where you are, to go to your independent shows, go to your Ring of Honor shows, go to whatever they are, whatever's around you, go, because it's only because you support us in those places that we're able to get together and do something like this. So it's because of your support we're able to do this in the first place. So I would encourage you to go to everything that you can go to.
Okay. Now my next question is, there have been a lot of vocal critics of you guys trying to get 10,000 seats, which you've got to admit is an unprecedented number to attain, because this hasn't really happened on American soil in 20 or 30 years or something crazy like that. So what do you say to those critics who think that you guys can't do this?
Watch us. We'll do it. I think we can do it. I think we will do it. Wrestling's hotter now than it has been in a long time, especially independent wrestling outside of the machine is hotter than it's ever been, and it's more accessible than it's ever been. So I think those people, fine. Everyone has their opinion, but I think we have our own, and I think we know what we're talking about here.
I think it's very easy for negative energy to be pushed towards people who are successful.
Oh, yeah.
And I think this event is something that's going to be very, very successful, and it's being led by people who are successful. And so I think they should just sit back and watch.
Okay, now each of you have obviously very different careers, very different career paths, and you might have a different crop of opponents popping up. You, Tessa mentioned Deonna Purrazzo is going to be in the house, Chelsea Green, et cetera, et cetera. So individually for each of you, who do you want to face if you were given one or two options to face somebody?
This is wild. You were talking about how we have very different career paths. We kind of started, in the same place, honestly, in North Carolina and PWX and stuff. I can remember the first time I met you there. I'd been wrestling for a couple years, maybe, I don't know.
That was my first ever wrestling show.
Yeah, I remember it. But I've got a lot of stuff I'm excited about coming up. I don't know what I'm doing at All In. I know I'm booked. unlike Flip. So I don't know what I'm doing there, but I'm excited about that. I'm excited about the stuff I've got going on with Ring of Honor. I've got some stuff with Punishment Martinez coming up sometime. I would assume we've been scheduled to have a match twice now, and it hasn't happened. So I'm sure that will happen at some point. And I'll be excited to get back to New Japan for Dominion in June. I'll be there.
June 9th, I believe, correct?
Yes, June 9th.
Right, watch it on NJPW World.
Some of the women that they've booked thus far, you said Britt Baker, Chelsea Green, Deonna Purrazzo, Penelope Ford. I've shared the ring with all those women. Some of the best matches of my life, some of the most hard-hitting matches of my life. So I'm not sure who I'm wrestling, but no matter who it is, if it's one of them, I'm all for it. This is going to be big. This is going to be a history-making moment for women. So no matter who it is, it's going to be awesome for me.
Could be me, actually.
Hey, it might be him.
Now that I think
Intergender,
about
I
it,
would
we
like
might be. It's probably not, but it could be. I don't know.
The internet might not like the intergender thing. They're critics about everything.
Who
That's
cares,
the internet.
man?
I love
Whatever we want.
intergender wrestling.
So do I. I
love
like
it.
all of it. I mean, there's different flavors of ice cream. There's vanilla, there's chocolate, there's 31 flavors at Baskin Robbins. So why wouldn't you like just a variety of wrestling?
We'll do what we want.
Exactly. That seems to be the all-in motto. Is do
We're going to
what
have
you want.
something to say regardless. Let's
Yeah,
give them
that's
something to talk about.
That's true.
Thank you guys so much. Appreciate it.
Cool.